Hey, what's up, guys? It's Michael from Family Gaming Review, and today, for day 21, we are doing Stardust Galaxy Warriors Stellar Climax. We so gotta talk to some of these indie developers about their names, but any case, but don't let the name fool you, especially parents out there. This is actually a phenomenal game. It is another four-player game on our Light It Up Blue challenge, and one of the many reasons why. And I'll go through the technical aspect, and what I'll do is I'll talk about the technical reasons why we love this game. On our site, it got a very high review. It actually got both our awards, actually, for family friendly and for special needs. And Dreamloop, the guys and girls out there, they're phenomenal. This is a must-have. I can't even say that enough. This is a must-have game for your digital library, and I'll go down the reasons. Number one, it's a four-player game. And now these days, as games are becoming more like, online play and so forth, it's rare to find a four-player game in the market that, is very family friendly. And not only is the game family friendly, it's four players on the same screen. So four people can play on the same screen. Number two, as I'm going to go into the menu options, as with any game out there, and this is becoming another rarity, you could adjust all the options, everything, from enemy fire rates to drop chances. So for players that are more advanced in shooter-ups or shumps, oh god, that's the running debate. Some people call it shoot-em-ups, shumps. The pronunciation is like tomato and tomato. You could adjust everything, and this is something that makes it so much easier for advanced players, for novice players, or just someone that wants to look for something very relaxing to play. This is something that's easily used to make the game more comfortable to play, especially with parents and children on special needs. On any spectrum level, we always recommend, like, if you're looking for something that's more challenging, that's a shooter, that's very futuristic looking, this is the first game that we recommend in our digital library. And because the game can be adjusted in so many ways, you could adjust it to make it so easy that it's a cakewalk and you get more familiarized with the controls. Or you could just have it for siblings that are used to shooters like this and have them crank up the difficulty and other adjustments and, go all at it. And for the demonstration purposes right now, I'm going to keep it on the, excuse me. I'm going to keep it on the standard loadout, and the game has somewhat of an RPG flair, and what that means is that the game itself, you can go in between levels, you can choose your weapons and so forth, and each weapon does a different thing. So if you're playing with different people, it's probably best to keep it balanced. Like, somebody could have a short range weapon, somebody could use a longer range weapon, somebody could use like a screen clearer weapon and so forth. So there's a lot of adjustments and a lot of customizations that you could do. Also, in between levels, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate this. In between levels, you could also go and use the points that you purchased to upgrade your character. Now, this is towards the middle of the game. Again, I don't want to spoil it, but I just wanted to go ahead and show this. As you see here, it's as expected, this is a shooter. And you got a standard, your mech has a standard gun that he uses, or it uses. And as you see there. And there. Standardness. Again, I can't play. And also there's a close range weapon. So my mech here has a combat sword and a regular gun. And its special is like a javelin that you can use. So it kind of depends on your gameplay, like how do you want to play, what do you use, and so forth. I will get closer to this thing, even though I should not recommend it, and try to destroy it. But, I mean, if you guys can see on here, it's, as you've seen on every one of our other challenges, each game has its own uniqueness. And because of the uniqueness, this is what makes it special. Now, you may say the game may be too difficult, but as you gotta understand, I'm playing at the level that I'm more used to, where someone like Camille that does not play shoot 'em ups as much, we may adjust it for her to make it less bullets on screen, the enemies like, you know, not as much challenging and so forth. And don't see it as a bad thing, but not until, you know, until she gets comfortable with the game. The last thing you ever want is when you're playing games with your loved ones to have something so ridiculously hard that it becomes not even fun anymore, and it's, you know, it's not even fun anymore. It becomes too challenging, and then it causes a lot of frustrations in, you know, amongst your family, amongst the gamer itself, and it's not a good experience. It's a bad experience overall, and that's what causes like frustrations. And unfortunately, there are games out there, you know, that are not designed, you know, to keep gamers in mind. And there, you know, there's games that are designed to be very difficult. The Dark Souls series is one of them. Phenomenal series. I think it's a great series, but I would never recommend for a family to have that, as the game is designed to be a very difficult game. So, you know, that is the reason why we always have our site up, and we always recommend games that are family friendly. And sometimes there are games, unfortunately, that are not family friendly. And there's a special that I use right now, and I was just defeated. So I'm going to give up for right now, and I'm going to start at an earlier level. Let's see, actually I'm going to start a new campaign. And as you see here, like Sunday's Scroll. Perfect for those who just want to kick back and relax. Good difficulty, as you see here. These are things that are very important, or like Legendary Pilot, Bullet Blitz. So as you see here, there's a lot of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay at the cadet level, and then I'm going to hand this off to Camille. Actually, I'm going to give her a couple of moments. She's just finishing up something online, so I'm going to stay online until she finishes up. But I'm going to choose another character. For the Light of the Blue challenge, we should go with Black Bear, you think? Because
Black Bear.
Black Bear has a very big gun and missiles. Black Bear it is. I don't know how he could see with the side cuff, or like the old 80s shoulder pads that was always in women's blouses. Okay, that just shows how old I am. But so this is the beginning of the game. There are several stages. Again, I don't want to release spoilers of the story or anything, but as you see, different characters have different abilities. This rapid machine gun is more designed for quick engagement. And before you think the game has a lot of violence, it doesn't. It's just like, imagine watching Star Wars, for an example. You know how when you see like the X-Wings fly, or the TIE fighters and so forth. Just imagine something like that. So it's not like gratuitous violence where you see blood or anything like that. In our playing test, I have personally never seen any blood in this game, or just a lot of explosions, but nothing to be, you know, concerned about whatsoever. You know, for parents out there that don't want their children to play violent games, and I don't blame you. So, as you see here, I'm just using the sword right now to clear the enemies out right now. And at any time, I can always switch back to my machine gun. So, controller-wise, that was easy. And now I can just select my upgrade here. So depending on the person's playstyle, I am more of a defensive person, so I'm going to always choose shield regenerations. So that means my shields always stay more active. So the right trigger on the Xbox One controller controls the fire, the left thumbstick controls movement, and the A button, controls swords, and B is the special. So, and X is shield. So as you see there, I'm using my shield. Now let me see. There we go. And an achievement. I think I did something where returning the bullet to sender, which is awesome because I love achievements. Well, not as much as most people think, but you know what I mean. So as you see here, this, you know, the only thing that was critical when we actually played this with 4 players in the office was sometimes, because there's so much going on screen at once, some people do get lost, but it's not something that's a game deal breaker or anything of that sort. So it's not like, okay, you know, I can't play this because there's too much action going on. This is something that, you know, it rarely happens where, you know, unless someone really gets confused on who they are in the game, I haven't seen it become an issue, to say the least. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till I finish this level, and then Camille should be coming back to the other room, and I will pass the headset along to her, so... I don't know why I'm using the sword, or should be using the gun right now. And I'm going to use my other special, which is on the left shoulder button. I'm almost destroying this asteroid. Almost there, and we are there.
Stage clear.
So the stage is clear, and here's Camille here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to transfer the headset to her.
Hey, fabulous people. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being a part of the 30-day Light It Up Blue Challenge for Autism Awareness Month. Technically, it's, you know, we're not doing this alone. Every time you tune into one of our broadcasts, you're helping families game better. Hopefully, you're a part of that, and you're helping support autism awareness, and specifically how gaming can actually help your child who's on the spectrum. And each game for different reasons. Now this one, Michael, help me say the entire title again in one sentence. Stardust Galaxy Warriors Stellar Climax. I almost had it that time. Long title. You would think it's like a Harvard Business Review article, but title aside, we love this game, especially for the 30-day Light It Up Blue Challenge, for a couple of reasons. Now, if you were with us just a little while ago, today's sort of a double Twitch day because of tech difficulties on yesterday. But we just did a broadcast a few minutes before this one started for Pang's Adventures. And the reason that I loved Pang's Adventures was because another player could jump in, and so it helped with the social skills and even communication. And based on our play testing, we found that even for our nonverbal testers. And also, we loved Pang Adventures because it was such a simple game that anyone could pick up and play at any time. Now, here is where Stardust Galaxy Warriors Stellar Climax is different. On one hand, you could say that it's just as easy as Pang's Adventures because, like Michael said, it's all in how you adjust the game. And that's one of the beauties of the beautiful aspects of Stardust Galaxy Warriors. I'm just going to stop saying it, okay? Galaxy Warriors. One of the beautiful aspects about this game is that it's more of a grow with you game. Meaning you can start out simple as pie, literally just as easy as if you were playing Pang's Adventures or Bug Butcher, another fabulous title that we featured this month. So you can start out that easily. And as your gamer gets the hang of it, maybe can handle another button, eventually another 2 buttons. So it's great for the cognitive skills of your gamer. It is great for your wallet or your pocketbook because you are really getting your money's worth out of the game. And much like Pang's Adventures, Stardust Galaxy Warriors lets you add up to 3 additional players, which literally means you could have a whole family playing at once. Now, like, see right here, press button to join. wonderful. Now, like Michael said, it can get a little bit confusing if you're playing with all four players and you're playing on a much busier level, one of the more difficult levels, because you've got so much action going on the screen. Hey Mike, quick question. How awful would it be for me to ask you to stoop to my level? A level that would be simpler. Oh, you are? Oh, okay. I can see. Not as much going on. As you may have noticed, Michael is very familiar with, these are called either shooters or shrimp shooters. Some people pronounce it shump shooters. Some people put the R in it for shrimp shooters. Either way, these are games that Michael's very good at, and I cannot say the same for myself. So I'm the type of person who would go into that, the settings, and make it easier. And that's, again, one of the fabulous things about Stardust Galaxy Warriors is that it is so customizable. Again, you can start out very, very simple, play with others, easy to pick up and play, definitely on the easier levels, but it's a grow with you game, which means it will challenge your gamer, it will help with those cognitive skills, but with the ability to add additional players, it can also help with social skills. And, I think all parents love either toys or games that can be called quote unquote grow with you, because they're not that common, especially in the video game industry. It's very common that when your gamer sort of passes a certain benchmark, it would be time for you to buy a new game with a new level of difficulty, both for gameplay, cognitive skills, things like that. But with Stardust Galaxy Warriors Stellar Climax, you can actually adjust that right in the game and customize it with so many different variables so that it's perfect for your gamer. And again, we love the fact that at any time somebody can pick up and join in, so you can have your gamer playing with other kids, family members of the same or different age, and everyone can have a good time. And that is what is often referred to in special needs as inclusion, the inclusiveness, so that someone who is on the spectrum, a gamer with autism, can play the same exact game with someone who's not on the spectrum, and both are having a great time. And so for all of those reasons, and that's a lot of reasons, we really felt that Stardust Galaxy Warriors deserved a spot on the 30-day Light It Up Blue Challenge. I can imagine that there are a lot of parents looking at this, and some might be wondering if this is the opening to Star Trek and it just never ends. But it's really, it is actually a lot simpler than it looks. And so it's a great game for versatility, socializing. Overall, being able to customize it, being able to increase different aspects of different difficulty variables so that as your gamer gets better and better, you can actually adjust the game so that your gamer is continuously challenged. And everything from their skill level to their hand and eye coordination. This is a grow with you game. And whether it's for a gamer on the spectrum or not, that means value, parents, value. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing offensive here. Nothing at all. The sound effects are great. The ambient music is very, very nice. But there's no dialogue. So, really, it's all about, the dance of light here. Going through patterns and patterns of these so-called enemy ships. But you're shooting at rocks and other starships, so there's really nothing here that could be of any concern for parents in terms of whether or not it's appropriate or violent, anything of the sort. So it's a very family-friendly game. Now, I will say this, parents, do take advantage of being able to customize this game for your gamer. Here at Family Gamer Review, one thing that we really do not like are games that can cause gamer frustration or game rage. Those things are not healthy for your gamer, for your child, or for anyone in your family. Most of the games that we prefer to feature are ones that can not only help with cognitive skills, but also blowing off some steam and relaxing and being, having a fabulous time, but being in a calm state of mind while doing it. And, this is a game that can have those benefits, but if you don't take advantage of customizing the difficulty level, say your gamer's just starting out, you want to put the difficulty level down to starting out so that your gamer doesn't get frustrated or go into game rage. And that's about it. We don't want to give away the whole story. You may have heard us mention, we don't like to do entire Let's Play sessions because, it can take away from the story of the game. But this is a great game for the socialization skills, the customization. It's a grow with you game. The inclusion, being able to play with other people, both those on the spectrum and otherwise. It's all around just a great family title to have, and it really deserves its place on the 30-day Lighted Up Blue Challenge list of titles for your digital library. So, game on. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Mike, what is tomorrow's? That's right. Tomorrow is Star Wars Battlefront Day. So we will be twitching Star Wars Battlefront, and we hope that you'll join us and tune in. And Mike says, long live the Empire. And remember, a family that games together stays together.
Take care.